In today's video, I'm going to look at the regular stock market. Um, so if you'll look on the chart here, you'll see it took about 6 months to go from 5,000 till the Nasdaq finally broke out above 6,000. It took about 6 months to get from 6,000 to 7,000. Now we have started the parabolic phase, and I think it's just now starting. So we're not even, completely a month into it yet. And the final parabolic phase can last anywhere from 3 to 6 months, where price just goes berserk. But if you look here, like I said, we haven't even finished the month of January yet. And we've already gone halfway to 8,000 on the Nasdaq. At the recent high, we almost touched 7,500. So, I'm going to be right about what I've been telling everyone for almost a year, that 10,000 is going to be a piece of cake. And then, I'm sure to most people it still seems just unattainable that the Nasdaq could get to 20,000. But realistically, the move from 10,000 to 20,000 is only 100%. Bitcoin, during its final blow off top, did 100% in a month. It's not unreasonable during the final stage of a bubble to have price move 100% in a very short period of time. I don't really think that the Nasdaq is going to do 100% in a month, but I think it's completely within reason for the Nasdaq to do 100% in 2 or 3 months into a final blow off top. We had the second greatest bear market in history, as I've said before. The bigger the bear, the bigger the bull that follows. And on top of that, we have had money printing to a degree that the world has never seen before. And I think the combination of those two is going to send this bubble to levels that no one at the moment can comprehend. So realistically, 20,000 is not out of the question, and it's even possible it could go higher than that. But I'll say this again: 10,000 is going to be a piece of cake. Watching overbought indicators and such just is not going to work in this kind of environment. I've explained this before. During a final bubble phase, the public starts to come into the market. These are very unsophisticated investors. All they know is that their neighbor is making money in the market, and everybody at where they work is bragging about how much money they're making in a bubble, whether it be Bitcoin, stock market, gold, whatever it is. And that's what drives these bubble phases, is just a massive flood of unsophisticated investors that just want what their neighbor has. They want what everybody else is getting, and so they are panic buying, and they're buying at the ask, no matter how wide the bid-ask spread is. They are panic buying, and that's what drives these parabolic blow-off tops. And we are just now starting. You can see, this has been a pretty strong trend all year long, but it's been contained until the new year. And I pointed this out last year too, that a blow off top, a bubble, would have to develop in the fall and the spring of a year. That's when these things materialize. So it either had to be the fall of 2017 or it had to be the fall of 2018. Well, clearly it is started in the fall of 2018. As we came out of this intermediate cycle low, the market started to go vertical. And then with the beginning of the new year and the tax cuts and the dollar breaking down and collapsing, the market began the parabolic phase of this rally right here. And I'm going to say this again. You don't have to be leveraged, but you cannot be out of the market. I think you have to be at least 100% in, unleveraged if you're nervous about some kind of a pullback, and realistically, pullbacks at this point, now that we're in the bubble, are unlikely to last more than 2 weeks. So, even if you're leveraged and you get caught in some kind of a little dip, it's not going to last very long. And then, the next stage of the bubble will begin, and it'll the upward pressure will just become more intense, and the parabolic move will just accelerate. So you have to be in, unleveraged or leveraged, either one. You have to be in. We're not even a month into the parabolic phase yet. They can last 3 to 6 months. We're going to go to 10,000, in the blink of an eye. We've already gone, in less than a month. We're already halfway to 8,000 on the Nasdaq, and it's only going to get more radical as we move along, as more and more unsophisticated investors start to pile into the market.